Hello student, I am Shalini Murmu, Contextual Assistant Professor of Kharshila College. Today we will start a new topic, that is toxicology, that is under the syllabus of semester 6. So let's first see the word meaning of toxicology. The word toxicology is derived from two Greek words, toxicon meaning arrow poison and logos meaning a study. It is perhaps derived from the fact that in earlier days people used to poison their arrow for hunting and other purpose. So let's see what is toxicology. In simple terms, if we see, toxicology is the study of adverse health effects of chemicals on organisms. In a scientific way, toxicology is the qualitative and quantitative study of the adverse or toxic effect of chemicals and other anthropogenic materials or xenobiotics on organisms and the ecosystem. If we see a more descriptive definition, then toxicology can be called as the study of the adverse effect of chemical, physical, or biological agent on living organisms and the ecosystem, including the prevention and amelioration of such adverse effect. Now, the toxicology is such a field of study and it covers broad spectrum of many other sciences like the biochemistry, pharmacology, pathology, chemistry, and statistical methods are also used in the toxicology. So statistical probability is an important ingredient of prediction, and one cannot ignore the role of biostatistics in toxicology. Now, why is it important to study toxicology? Toxicology provides a sound basis for formulating measures to protect the health of workers against toxicants in factories, mines, and other occupational environment in particular. It is also helpful in the protection of public health against hazards associated with toxic substances in food, air, water, and soil. So without the study of the adverse effect of chemicals and without the detailed study of the chemicals, it is not possible to protect the people. So that is why it is important. So students, that was the introduction of toxicology. Now let's see the history of toxicology. If we see the ancient history, where no records were present, at that time also poisonous plants and animals were recognized and their extracts were used for hunting or in warfare, etc. And during 1500 BC, written records reveals that opium, hemlock, arrow poison, and certain metals were used to poison enemies or for state executions. If we go further, in 1198, with time people began to make connection between exposure to a substance and illness and death associated with it. Moses Maimonides wrote what may be the first collection of writing on toxicology. It is the treatise on poisons and their antidotes. Now if we come to 16th century, during this period certain fundamental toxicology concepts begin to take shape, and Paracelsus, who was the Swiss physician, he determined that specific chemicals were actually responsible for the toxicity of a plant or animal poison. He documented that the body's response to those chemicals depended on the dose received. If a low dose is got by a person or organism, then it might be the harmless and beneficial, but higher dose could lead to the adverse health effects, and this is known as the dose response relationship, a major concept in toxicology. And because of his contribution, Paracelsus was considered father of toxicology. He has said that all substances are poisons. There is none which is not a poison. The right doses differentiates a poison and a remedy. If we see the development on toxicology in modern history, in 19th century, a Spanish physician, Matthews Orfila, he was the first to describe a systematic correlation between the chemical and biological properties of poisons. And he demonstrated the effects of poisons on specific organs by analyzing the autopsy material for poisons and tissues damages associated with them. Orfila is considered as the founder of forensic toxicology. Now come to 20th and 21st century. In this period, there is a marked by great advancement in the level of understanding of toxicology. And in this period, DNA and various biochemicals that maintain body functions have been discovered. So our level of knowledge of toxic effects on organs and cells has expanded to the molecular level. Virtually all toxic effects are recognized as being caused by changes in specific cellular molecules and biochemicals. So this was all about the history of toxicology. In next class we will continue the toxicology. Thank you, student.